You walk in here saying that you've had personal and character issues in your past, including heavy drinking, which you wrote about. And you said, and this is a quote from you, that you said, "I sit before you as an open book." Yet you haven't actually said what personal challenges it is that you've overcome when you've been asked about them. So I'm going to give you an opportunity here to be as forthright as you say you want to be. So while leading concerned veterans of America, there were very specific cases cited by individuals about your conduct. I'm going to go through a few of them, and I just want you to tell me if these are true or false. Very simple. On Memorial Day 2014, at a CVA event in Virginia, you needed to be carried out of the event for being intoxicated.
Senator, anonymous smears.
Just true or false? Very simple. Summer of 2014 in Cleveland, drunk in public with the CVA team.
Anonymous smears.
I'm just asking for true or false questions, true or false answers. An event in North Carolina, drunk in front of 3 young female staff members after you had instituted a no alcohol policy and then reversed it. True or false?
Anonymous smears.
December of 2014 at the CVA Christmas party at the Grand Hyatt at Washington, D.C., you were noticeably intoxicated and had to be carried up to your room. Is that true or false?
Anonymous smears.
Another time, a CVA staffer stated that you passed out in the back of a party bus. Is that true or false?
Anonymous smears.
In 2014, while in Louisiana on official business for CVA, did you take your staff, including young female staff members, to a strip club?
Absolutely not. Anonymous smears.
So, is it accurate that the organization reached a financial settlement with a female staffer who claimed to be at a strip club with you, and there was a colleague who attempted to sexually assault her? Was there a financial settlement?
Senator, I was not involved in that. I don't know the nature of how that played out.
But you understand there was a financial settlement for a young female staffer who accused another member of the organization, not you, of sexual assault in a strip club.
We have multiple statements on the record referring to that.
But you claim you were not there when that occurred.
Absolutely not.
Now, the behavior I cited, if true, do you think that this behavior of intoxication, going into these type of establishments, women on your staff being so uncomfortable that they have to file these sort of harassment claims, do you think this is appropriate behavior for a leader?
Senator, the overwhelming majority of anyone who's worked for me, including the on-the-record statements that have been submitted to this, with their name on it, on the record, men and women who worked with me every day, are the overwhelming preponderance of evidence that testify to my leadership and professionalism in leading Vets for Freedom and Concerned Veterans for America. My leadership has been completely impugned on these veterans organizations that did fantastic work.
Mr. Hegseth, I'm not even going to go into the accusations.
And we managed our financial books with integrity across the board. How many people, everybody who runs the campaign.
I have limited time. I'm not going to get into the accusations that come from Fox News. You have some of your Fox News colleagues here. There were multiple instances of accusations against you about drinking on the job.
All anonymous, all false, all refuted by my colleagues who I worked with for 10 years at 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and everything.
The challenge here for me, Mr. Hegseth,
only seen me be professional
is when there is discussion about personal challenges and you admittedly had issues with heavy drinking. It's hard to kind of square the circle here. It's kind of a difficult thing to do. Let me ask you, if I have about 90 seconds left here, if you had to answer these questions about sexual assault against you and your drinking and your personal conduct, would it have been different if you were under oath?
Senator, all I'm pointing out is the false claims against me.
Okay, I take it you do not want to answer that question. I walked into this hearing this morning concerned that you haven't demonstrated adequate leadership in your civilian roles. And this is a dangerous world we're living in here. And America cannot afford a Secretary of Defense who is unprepared for that mission. I'm going to leave with concerns about your transparency. You say you've had personal issues in your past, yet when asked about those very issues, you blame an anonymous smear campaign, even when many of these claims are not anonymous. Which is it? Have you overcome personal issues, or are you the target of a smear campaign? It can't be both. It's clear to me that you're not being honest with us or the American people because you know the truth would disqualify.
The confrontation between Pete Hegseth and Senator Mark Kelly isn't just a clash of personalities. It's a window into how leadership, accountability, and trust are scrutinized at the highest levels. Hegseth's line of questioning forces us to confront a difficult but essential question. Can someone who has struggled with serious personal challenges and has been accused of misconduct truly lead an organization tasked with national defense? Leadership isn't measured in titles. It's measured in the ability to make sound decisions under pressure, to protect your team, and to uphold ethical standards even when it's inconvenient. What stands out in this hearing is the tension between claimed transparency and actual accountability. The nominee repeatedly asserts he is an open book, yet when pressed about incidents of heavy drinking, alleged inappropriate behavior at organizational events, or accusations from staff, he deflects, citing anonymous smears or avoiding specifics. This isn't just a matter of avoiding embarrassment, it's a moment that reveals how public figures sometimes prioritize image management over candor. In roles where decisions can literally affect lives and national security, deflection is not harmless. It signals potential blind spots in judgment and a reluctance to fully confront uncomfortable truths, both of which are critical red flags for those in high office. The ethical dimension of this hearing is profound. Hegseth isn't merely drudging up the past. He's testing whether the nominee can acknowledge errors, take responsibility, and demonstrate growth. These are not academic questions. They are fundamental to trust. Leaders who cannot face their own past honestly are more likely to conceal mistakes, mismanage crises, and erode morale among their teams. The implications ripple far beyond the individual. A leader's opacity can compromise the effectiveness of an entire organization, especially one charged with national defense and public safety. Another layer of significance is the role of congressional oversight itself. Hearings like this are the front line of accountability in American democracy. They are designed to illuminate not only qualifications and professional competence, but also character, judgment, and ethical responsibility. When nominees evade direct answers, they aren't just avoiding embarrassment, they are challenging the very mechanisms by which elected officials ensure that executive power is exercised responsibly. This makes the transparency and honesty of nominees a matter of public interest, not political theater. This exchange also teaches an enduring lesson about leadership and human resilience. A true leader doesn't just survive personal struggles, they acknowledge them, learn from them, and let those lessons inform better decision-making. The American public and Congress aren't asking for perfection, they're asking for integrity. Leadership is not about crafting a flawless narrative, it's about demonstrating the ability to navigate mistakes, take accountability, and make decisions that reflect both competence and moral clarity. Finally, the hearing is a reminder for viewers about the stakes of civic engagement. Every confirmation vote, every congressional question, and every answer, or lack thereof, has real-world consequences. The public has a right to understand the people who are making decisions affecting national defense, public safety, and the ethical standing of the government. Watching hearings like this closely is not just about political curiosity. It's about equipping citizens with the knowledge to hold leaders accountable and demand integrity from those entrusted with power. If you want to grasp the true stakes behind high-level confirmation hearings and understand how character, accountability, and leadership intersect with national security, you need to engage critically with these moments. Subscribe to stay informed, dive deeper into political oversight, and learn why transparency isn't optional. It's essential for the safety and trust of every American. Share this video to spark conversations about accountability and the standards we demand from our leaders, because democracy only works when citizens are vigilant and informed.